This is an instructional video for railing installation on stairs. These are the tools you'll need for this project. First, you'll need to install the bottom post and make sure it's leveled. Determine the post placement, mark, pre-drill, and level using shims. Now hold the bottom rail against the two posts and mark on the rail where they intersect. Do this for the top post as well. Set this angle on your miter saw and use it for the rails as well as the pickets. For the picket, mark 2 inches on your saw and cut only on one end. On the top post, mark 3 inches from the base plate and use it to line up the bottom rails. This will determine where the pickets will be installed. Hold one of the pickets on the bottom post and make sure the angle is on the bottom. Then insert into the bottom rail, lift the rail and line it up with a 3-inch mark on the top post. Then secure the pickets using the 1.5-inch self-tapping screws for the top and the bottom. And then using the 5/8-inch self-tapping screws, secure the bottom rail onto the pickets. For the top post, the ankle part of the picket must be on top, and while fastening the picket, make sure the bottom rail is flush against the post. Fasten the top rail onto the pickets using the 5/8-inch self-tapping screws on both sides. Snap on the spacers on the bottom rail until you have one left, and mark where the spacer ends. Then line up the marking with the bottom notch of the spacer. Take that measurement between the spacer and the post and divide it in half. This number is what the spacer should measure on both sides. A safe way to cut spacers is to attach it to a top rail while cutting. Now slide the spacers over and use the cut spacers as the starting piece. Insert the pickets into the notches of the bottom rail and then snap on the spacers for the top rail. For the last spacer, hold it against the rail and mark with the knife to get an exact size. Now your stair railings are installed. Stay safe and keep healthy.